Hey, it's your girl, Allison Williams.
Hey, this is Devon Howard.
Hi, this is Beth.
Hi, this is Cindy Mizell.
Hi, this is Tony Walker.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Darian Dean.
Hey, everybody, this is the Queen of Philadelphia, Tanqueray Hayward.
Hey, everybody, this is Yasdura.
Hi, this is Mason.
Hey, everybody, this is Russell Taylor.
Hey, guys, what's up? This is Ness.
Hey, this is Kenny Allen.
What's up, everybody? This is Cecily.
Hey, this is Corey Day.
Hey, this is your girl, Castella.
Hey, everybody, this is Rebecca G.
Hey, everyone, this is Hill Street Soul.
What's up, good people? This is bassist Hubert Eames IV.
This is Melvin Lee Davis.
Yo, wait a second, this is Noel Gordon.
Hey, this is your girl, Lady Alma, and you're listening to my friend Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Bass Entertainment Podcast. This show host here, Troy Saunders. Yeah, baby. You know, I got to give myself some hand claps. Hey, if you didn't know, we on the countdown to the 100th episode and the 3-year anniversary of Bass Entertainment. Yeah, that deserves some hand claps right there, too. Yes. And in case you are tuning in late and you haven't, you didn't know that we've been around for three years and 100 episodes, let me tell you what we do here. We bring the best in indie soul, jazz, R&B, house, and inspirational music. I call it listening experiences for the indie artist aficionado. Yeah, so in other words, we just bring great music. So if you into music that uplifts you, that makes you feel good, that makes you want to dance, that puts a smile on your face, you're in the right spot. Bass Entertainment does that for you. At least it does it for me, and hopefully it does it for you too. And I just want to say that we are also listened to in 53 countries. And I'm just honored to be able to do this for 3 years and to be almost 100 episodes in. So at 99, this is the 99th episode, baby, and it just gets better as we go along. I'm going to ask you all a question. Who remembers this?
You must be a special lady.
You'll be singing first and I'll sing. No, Harry, I'm singing second, man.
And a very exciting girl.
I'll bring that bass out, man.
Hey, man, I'll bring it out a little bit more.
You gotta be a special lady.
Let's get down on some harmony. Come on.
'Cause you got me sitting on top of the world. Sitting on top of the world.
Somehow I knew it would be you to change my gray skies to blue. And it was strange when you called my name. Ever since that day, I haven't been the same. Ooh, before I met you, my sun didn't want to shine. But
yeah, I'm just going to give you a little bit because I want to turn you on to something else. Who all remembers this right here also? This is also one of those times in music history that everything was just incredible. And this here is one of my favorite. Of course, I love Luther Vandross, but when they do this song and when they do this breakdown right here, it just takes me to another level. Who remembers this?
it's all right, it's all right. Ooh, baby, it's all right, it's all right. Say it's all right, it's all right. Well, yeah. It's all right now, it's all right now. It's all right now, right now, right now, right now. You sound so pretty. Would you sing it for me? Ooh, yeah. That's all right with me. One more time, check it out.
That right there just brings tears to my eyes. That's just, ooh, you just can't get any prettier than that. Oh, Lord mercy. And if that wasn't enough, who remembers this? Let me tell you, you know what? I tease y'all enough already. But the gentleman that we have on today is part of all of those wonderful history-making performances of R&B. And I am so honored that he is here today and he reached out to come on this podcast because I've been wanting him on the podcast for a long time. You know, we had Paula Williams come on. We had Cindy Mizell. We had Ivan Hampton Jr. We had Steve Crooms. So finally, we got the legendary, the one and only Mr. Kevin Owens.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Troy. Glad to be here, man. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You know, I had to make that introduction. You know, I had to, get the people a little backdrop of what was going on. What just a little bit of what you have been doing.
A little bit, but that's enough. Oh my goodness, it's been a blessed journey. Yes. I gotta say that, man. You know, I really feel a lot of gratitude. You know, just to be blessed to have that walk that I've had. I've always wanted to sing and dance, and wow, he really laid it out for me, and I'm grateful to God for that.
Amen. I know, and I'm grateful to God that He put you into my life, and He was able to give you that gift to share with us, because those few things that I play right there have a special place in my heart and my memory and my growing up and, in my life, and so many other people around the world, have felt that.
And you know what, Troy, you say it's funny, I grew up in church, Baptist church and stuff, but I've always felt, now, I've always, I thought I wanted to get into ministry, as like a teacher and stuff, because I've studied all of that stuff all my life, all different religions, But I found that I guess I realized that the gift that I have is to go and heal with love music. Like one of my pastors said to me, I was on one of the singing teams going out to the neighborhoods and singing. And one day he heard me singing. And he said, Kevin, you hear when you sing, all those people started coming out of their buildings. I said, yeah. He said, and then I was struggling at that time with singing in the church or, doing like that. I was really struggling with that because I wanted to do the right thing. And he said to me, Kevin, this Pastor Ferguson, God rest his soul. He said, Kevin, you know what? We people, when you come here every Sunday, we hear you here in the church. He said, but a voice like that, he said, God gave that to you to share with the world. And you're not going to be able to share with the world in the walls of Mount Olive. So he said, you get out there. He said, you have a really nice ministry. It's love music. It's love songs. He said, so I got a lot of, encouragement, but that was one of the things because I feel like I have a ministry coming all around. That I feel that that's the ministry that was given to me. And like you say, all the situations that I've been with have been groups and people of that caliber. Luther, love music. Ray Goodman and Brown, the Moments, love music. I've always been associated with that. Always. So,
well,
that's what I'm thankful for.
Like we say, God is love.
Amen. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So if you're doing love music, that's God. It's from the heart. It's heartfelt. It's ministering to other people's hearts. It's making them feel a certain way that, and 9 out of 10 times it's positive.
Yeah.
Unless they go through a little heartbreak. But even if they're going through a heartbreak, it's helping heal.
It's helping heal, right? It's helping somebody realize something. Probably.
Yes.
In them songs, Luther did a lot of those type of songs. He made you think on this side and that side, and heavily. Yeah, absolutely. I've had many people, though, Troy, come up after performances, and no matter where it is, Luther, Goodman and Brown, and they say, you know what, Kevin, we can tell you really love what you're doing. Oh my goodness. They say, all we can do is sit there and watch you, and and you helped us. We're like going through things, and wow, the way you sing those songs, you made us think twice. I get that a lot. And that's where I feel like, oh, thank you. Because it's not about the money, me getting up there and getting all the girls and all that. That's not what that is. Mm-hmm. I actually approach the stage in a giving healing. I need to give somebody something, not, get the finest girl in the audience.
Right.
That's that distorted, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
right.
another stuff. That's when we were young.
That was an added benefit.
Come on, man. We all grown here.
Right. That was an added benefit.
That was an added benefit. I'm telling you. Yes, it was, boy.
So you're originally from Harlem?
Actually, I'm from New York, mid-Manhattan, 64th and Amsterdam.
Okay.
The Amsterdam community, Lincoln Square community. And that's where I grew up. And I'm telling you, man, I was so blessed to grow up in a neighborhood like that. I have family. I mean, my parents were there when that whole development was built. It used to be called San Juan City. And I implore everybody, there's movies out on, it's called San Juan Hill. That's what that area used to be called. You know, the movie, The Jets and the Sharks and the Jets.
Yep.
That's all that history. Yep. That's all us growing up, and like before us, the Italians that were there. And then that was the most densely populated area of Black and Latino. And then they moved them out and built Lincoln Center. Yeah. Oh, it's a whole history.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a great one. But I say all that to say there's so much history embedded in the neighborhood that I grew up in. Nat King Cole lived there. Thelonious Monk lived in my neighborhood. Eric Estrada lived in my neighborhood. I mean, there's many more. And that whole arts community, the Lincoln Center Library, all that. And my community, though, Troy, I got to go off on this because this is where, you know, you can lose a child or you can save one. And it started in my community. They knew what I wanted to do. I always had bands when I was growing up. I formed different singing groups. You know, I was that guy, you know, Kevin, you got a singing group. And the men and the women of my community pitched in to help me. They knew, I mean, the community center, I can get a room anytime to rehearse my band. All I had to do was go in and ask, and they would give me a room. I almost had a room just paid for me. And so these people in my community, the men and the women, they stood up, they helped us, you know, stay out of trouble. We had the PAL. We had a lot of things going on down in that community, and it's still one of the number one communities today, right across the street from Lincoln Center. So we've maintained that, you know. So anyway, so that's where I'm from. I'm from Amsterdam houses, 64th and Amsterdam.
Well, you know, I am so glad you said that because I just had a conversation with somebody not too long ago, and they were saying, you know, oh, you know, you should turn on the news and they talk about all the crime in the city and blah, blah, blah. They need to increase jail time. And all. I said, no. That is not the answer. The answer is to get programs back into the city to give them something to do. They're just trying to find some place to belong, and they're using gangs as something to belong to. But if you give them something else, if you give them some music, if you give them some more art, if you give them some type of after school activities, then they would belong to that. they wouldn't be thinking about the other stuff. You just got to find other alternatives.
They won't, man. We had, after school when I came home, I did my homework. The center opened up at 6 o'clock. And we went from 6 to 9 playing basketball, staying off the street. Yeah. We wasn't hanging out on the stoop, but yeah, you're right, brother. And, and I got to say, a lot of greats that came, Wynton Marsalis would sponsor baseball programs, basketball programs for our kids in the community. I did a couple of things around there, so people do come back, and we grew up with that. Those same men and women that I told you about, we had baseball teams, like you said, we had all of that. We had uniforms. Oh man, we couldn't wait to get the shirt. Come on, man. Yeah. Going to get the shirt, the color that it was of the team you was on, that was what you couldn't sleep at night, because the next day y'all were getting your uniforms. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
It's gone, man.
I mean, I grew up in Brooklyn in the Linden houses, and it was the same thing.
Oh, come on.
I know.
I'm preaching to the choir.
The community center was down there. Everybody, and the community center used to take us to trips. Reese Beach. We would go there one time, and we would do a tour, and they would show us the horseshoe crabs and all that type of stuff. All the nature that was on the beach that we didn't even know was there.
Yep. Did y'all have Friendly Town? In other words, where you went away for the summer for 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah.
And you stayed with family?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We did that several times growing up. Yeah. But that was an enriching experience for me.
Yes.
I didn't have a bad experience, and they were all white homes, and these were people that were very kind to me. Yeah. Nobody tried to abuse me. I'm just saying, I learned a lot about farming and everything, Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, that's the type of program.
But it's up to us now. That's what I still try to do as much as I can.
Yeah.
I wish I was that billionaire so I can be that philanthropist. I'd be funding everything.
What I want to. I just started doing again. I was retired. I used to work for New York City Transit also, and I'm retired from there. And recently, I say, you know what? I need to start doing something else. Like I didn't have enough stuff to do, but I went back to school bus. I went to school buses to talk, and I noticed that these kids need a school bus driver is really like a mentor,
a parent, a security guard. Yeah. He's what?
Yeah.
What? Referee?
Yeah.
Yeah. They gotta fight parents and crazy folk.
I've only been doing it for a month, but I see changes in kids that I speak to just in that month. You know what I mean? That's some kids, cool, people say, "Oh, this kid is acting a fool," and I'm like, "All right, not on my bus, you're not. You're gonna sit down and you're gonna behave." And we don't do that. We don't use the N-word. I heard some kids getting up there using the N-word. I said, not on my bus, you're not. Well, I didn't say N-I-G-G-R. I said N-I-K, but I said, I don't care how you spell it.
And, and they respect that because people are not stepping to them like that.
Yeah.
A man and a young woman don't know unless somebody tell them. And I don't think a lot of these parents are telling them. They're doing it. They're doing it in front of them. The kid picks up on it. They're doing it. They laugh at it, think it's cute. Yeah. Until somebody comes and said that they said it, then they want to act like they chastise them. But that's BS, Yeah. I'm just saying, yeah, man. You gotta step to them and say something to them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna get back to the music. So, but this
come on.
But we talk about all this.
You asked me where I was from, and that's where we went.
Well, but it's true. But this is a conversation. We're not only sticking to music. It's all about knowing about you and knowing about your history. And what better way to know about your history and how you feel about things? And just, it's all right to go off the cuff a little bit.
All right. Okay. I'm cool then. I'm good.
Hey, this is Corey Day, and you're listening to Troy Saunders on the Bass Podcast.
So you was doing your own, and then you went into the military also, and you was doing stuff over there.
Yes. Matter of fact, yes. Troy, I enlisted after I graduated performing arts. I was hanging around in the summer, and I didn't want to go to college right away. I was tired of school, and I had a scholarship to Purchase University for basketball, and it had a nice drama curriculum there. But I said, no, I'm tired of school. So me and my cousin went to enlist in the service. I made it, he didn't. I made it into the Army, and it was the best thing I could ever do. I had a ball. The only thing about basic training, I'm telling y'all, I really thought I was dreaming. I kid you not. I was in basic training saying, what did I do? I gotta be dreaming, and I'm gonna wake up. I like think back on that. I said, Kevin, you were losing your mind, but anyway. But I got to basic, and I had a ball in a basic. I got some of the high honors. I got the basic training of the cycle. I had other skills that the drill sergeant saw. I had organization skills because I was just a regular squad leader. He got rid of the platoon leader and made me platoon leader.
All right.
And I said, why is he doing this? He saw the qualities. I found out later in life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That you had, but I didn't see that anyway. So yes, I went to the service, and I was in Fort Jackson, South Carolina. I went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma for my schooling. I was electronics. I was a field radio mechanic. And I ended up in Germany for my duty station for about 3 years in Budigen, Germany. I had a ball. I started a band called Something Special, and that was in 1976. I started a band in 75, and we were known all up and down the Fulda Gap in Germany. It's like a Fulda Gap. You got different bases, and they're like in a row. It's called the Fulda Gap, and we were known. And we were called Something Special. And in 1976, the Army was putting together a bicentennial show in Europe. Yeah. And so everybody knew that I sang, all the officers and everything. They supported me and everything. And so they came and they said, Kevin, we would like for you to join this bicentennial show that the U.S. Army is putting together. And I said, well, they wanted me like for a dancer and all that kind of stuff. And I said, well, I don't want to leave my band. I said, I'm not going to leave my guys. I said, I'd love to do it, but I can't do it without my guys. And they said, well, bring the band. So my band actually got to be the band for the show.
Wow.
It worked out. It was really great. And I left my duty station. We all left our duty stations, and they put us way up in a place called Bootsbach. And in Bootsbach, we had our own building. I didn't have to wear my military clothes. I could wear my civvies all day. It was like I was preparing for a show.
You was living the life.
What? I was like, and we had captains and lieutenants over us, but they were cool because they knew they were dealing with artists. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that I did. I give. They knew who to assign to you. And they had these lieutenants, and they were artistic. So, we had a ball. I had a ball doing that. I got all kind of awards from that, for serving in that and putting that show together. And I was the choreographer for the show. I had the band for the show, and I helped direct it.
All right.
Yeah, it was good.
That's what I'm talking.
And so, and I got out in 76. And I started my music again. They offered me sergeant before I was leaving because I was a good soldier. I got to say, I was clean. I had, the officers knew I was a good soldier. I was just good, that material, But in my heart, in my mind, I said, no. And, guys were saying like, hey, man, Uncle Sam will take care of you, man. Hey, man, what you get a hot and a cot. And, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You pay you. I said, no, I got bigger plans than that, buddy. No, I got to go. Thank you for sergeant, but I'm out of here.
That's funny because you know what? Your story is almost like mine. It's the same thing. I was like, I was doing very well in school and everybody, wanted me to go to college. And I was an A student. I was 5th in the graduating class. And I said, I'm the one to go. I went into the Marine Corps. And see the same thing. I was in boot camp like, what the heck am I doing here?
What? I know you were really freaking out.
Right.
You, what?
And what? It's so funny. Oh. And
back then you couldn't call your mama.
No. Nowadays, you could go home on Christmas, leave, and everything in the middle of boot camp. Right? Oh man, I had a hard time. I wasn't one of the best ones in basic training. The drill instructor called me Space Cadet, all sorts of stuff. Oh, no. I saw my drill instructor years later. I saw my drill instructor years later, and he was like, "What? You're still here?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "And you got
no."
He said, "And you got promoted a few times." I said, "Yeah, I just had to get away from y'all. I'm all right now."
He said, "What? You're still here?" That's how they talk too.
Right.
So, they all sound like Popeye.
Right.
Yeah.
But he was cool. But the same thing. And then I said, it's time to get out of here.
Yeah. And when I came out of high school, out of the service, I started groups in Brooklyn. I had a group called Truly Yours in Brooklyn on Clinton Avenue, Clinton and Washington.
Oh, I know where that is.
Where the train station, Clinton and Washington Avenue.
On the A train.
That's where, man.
Fulton Street.
Had a group there, and then I had another group after that called Daybreak. And that was in Queens. That's where Ice, who's in Goodman and Brown, that's where he and I started hooking up in Left Rack City.
Oh,
that's where I started that group. Yeah, I moved to Left Rack City. And then after that group, I also got involved with a Russian producer called Boris Mitny. You probably heard of Boris Mitny. He did a whole bunch of that disco stuff way back, and I did 4 albums with him. Evita, the disco Evita, with a group called Festival. That's a really good record. One called Caress on Warner Brother Records, European Connection 2, and Disco Pinocchio. So I did 4 productions with him that I'm featured vocalist on. And then right after him, I went into the group called Revelation, who was on RSO Records. And Benny Diggs from the New York Community Choir, Express Yourself, that's Benny Diggs. Benny Diggs, Arnold McCullough, Arthur Freeman, Morris Gate, Philip Ballou. And then from Revelation, I went into Ray Goodman and Brown. I got the call, as a matter of fact, my brother Ricky was working for the Manhattans. Gerald was telling my brother Rick that Harry Ray left the group. And Goodman was looking for another lead singer. So Ricky came back and told me, and then Gerald told Al, said, "Hey man, Ricky said his brother knows all the songs. He can sing them without the keyboard." And he was right. Because Troy, growing up, I used to dream about being one of the moments. It was an album cover where they had the pink suits on with the glitter. I think it was the With You album. And I used to open that up and just say, wow, these guys, man, I want to sing with them. Lo and behold, I'm singing with them. I went to the audition Al was holding, and I went dressed how they dress and all that stuff. And I sang for him, and he couldn't believe it. I sang songs without the keyboard on the right key because they're up here. I sang them all my life, all the groups. So, and he was impressed, and that was it. And a lot of guys had come for that spot. Damian Harris of the Temptations, Cliff Perkins, Soul Generation, a couple other tenors tried out for Harry's spot. But then when I came, I said, "Nope, that's the guy. That's the guy."
Yeah,
and
definitely.
The rest is history. Yeah.
I mean, because you got it down pat. You had it like you ain't. Nobody would ever know that it was a different person.
A lot of people say that. They say I sound more like Billy, as far as tenor goes, but the passion that Harry put in his songs, I think we share that,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Is your middle name Ray, or they gave you the middle name Ray to go with the group?
That's my middle name that's my stage middle name. Yeah, but it's published. It's out there. Kevin Ray Owens. Yep. Kevin Ray Owens.
Okay.
Yes, and that's what I'll be using now. Because, there's a wrestler, Kevin Owens. He's taking up all of the social media tags. I'm like,
I noticed that.
I went to do a different one, and they saw it, and he changed his to that too. I said, this guy, it's his social media team doing this. He's hogging everything Kevin Owens.
I noticed that.
But he can't mess with Kevin Ray Owens.
Exactly.
Unless he mess himself up. He can do that.
Because I noticed I type in Kevin Owens and this dude come up. I'm not looking for you.
So that's why my team said, we're gonna do Kevin Ray Owens. It totally separates you, and there's nobody. There's a couple of them, but because of your history, you will stand out. So that's the better way to roll.
All right, excellent.
This is K. Johnny. You listen to Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
So then, how did you get linked up with Mr. Luther?
Ooh, wow. Well, remember I was saying about the group Revelation?
Mm-hmm.
When I got with Revelation, that was the period that I was introduced to the New York background clique. All the background singers of the day, Luther doing the jingles, all the commercials, Fonzie and Tawatha, Lisa, Cissy Houston, and Robin Clark, all of that crew. You know what I'm saying? I got introduced to them because Benny Diggs, having the New York Community Choir, we produced 3 albums on them. He knew everybody, and everybody knew Benny. So that's how, in getting with Revelation, I got to know and then that's when Luther, guess he put an eye on me, because in the group Revelation, there was a gentleman, God rest his soul, Philip Ballou. Philip Ballou, great singer. Philip was in Revelation first. Luther snatched him first. I wasn't with Revelation then, but Philip was with Luther for about a good 2-3 years. That's when he did the Busybody tour, Forever for Always for Love tour. Philip was there. That was before the Night I Fell in Love tour when I came. So, but Luther looked at the guy. He was watching. So when I came to Revelation, he had an eye on me, and that was way back then. He didn't make a move then because he still had Philip. Then when I went to Goodman and Brown, he still had an eye on me because I'd seen him in a couple of sessions. We would brush and he would get to we'd be talking. Anyway, so one day I got a call when I was with Ray Goodman and Brown, and this was like late '84, early '85, and he said, "Kev, man, I've been, how you doing, man?" But Fonzie gave me the call. He said, "Kev, man, Luther's been looking at you, and he's doing a new thing now. He's about to launch a new show, and he really would like you to be part of his entourage." I said, "But Fonzie, I'm with Ray Goodman and Brown." He said, "I know, man." And I told him, "But, ask the guys, just ask them." And then Luther called me that same night. I guess Fonzie went back and said, "Kevin, no." So Luther called me. He said, "Kev, look, man, listen, just ask them, please. Ask them, because I really want you to be with me." He said, "I'm about to blow up." That's what he said. And I never forget them words. He said, "Because I'm about to blow up." And I said, "Okay, Luther." I went back and asked Al. Al tussled with it, because Harry left. I came. I saved the group. They were working again. We had a great show. They loved the new cat, and I was like, "Oh, man, hey, man, I know Al didn't want to let me go, So I asked him again. Luther called me twice, and he said, "What did they say?" I said, "Man, Al is still milling over it." He said, "Kevin, push him, ask him again." I said,
just put me in the
because I don't want to get kicked out the group,
right?
I just, I was like, I don't want, man, go get out of here. So anyway, I went back. I said, "Al, Luther called me again." He said, "He did?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Listen, you know what? Hey, Hammer, go. You go, man. And it's okay." He said, "Take that chance, man." He said, "You go." He said, "Because you're young." And he said, "But you can always come back here." He said, "That could be a great opportunity for you." He said, "You go, He said, "But this is your spot." He said, "You are Ray Goodman Brown." Even though Harry was wanted to come back at the group at that time, and he did come back, and we recorded an album on Harry because we had a label called Panoramic Records. We recorded after he left and came back. They took him back. Then there was 4 of us as Ray Goodman and Brown. Me, Al, Harry, and Billy. And then when they told me, so as Harry was coming back, I saw it starting to happen. And then that's where Al said, okay, man, we're a little comfortable with Harry. All right, you go. And then Harry came back to the group, and Ice, who I was singing with in a group called Truly Yours, Daybreak, Al took him in as an extra vocalist. So everybody was happy. You know what I'm saying? My boy had something to do. Harry was back. And then they went on to get another hit record, Take It to the Limit.
Mm-hmm.
They went back to Hush Productions. They did that album. And the hit off that was Take It to the Limit.
I remember that.
And I was out with Luther. I left to go with Luther. So that's how that happened. And I would come back every now and then, when they would have certain situations in their group. Somebody didn't show for whatever reason. Al would call Luther and say, Luther, hey man, we really need Hammer, man. Can you spare him? And that would always disrupt Luther's house. Because you saw what it was. That was a well-knit, everybody needed show. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's not there, it could, So, and Luther thought about it. He said, because he wanted to give that group the respect. He respected Goodman and Brown because there wasn't no fly-by-night group, And what they did, they let me go to be with him. So Luther said he did it 3 times. And Luther said, Kev, hey man, you can do that. And I would rehearse the girls to make sure that they had the choreography right without me there. Because I was a guide, more to say. That's why you would see me more in the front. A lot of times, lead the choreography. And it's not to lead it, but the choreographer himself knew that I was one of those that they can follow. Make it easy for everybody. So I did that. And I would go every now and in and out, only 3 times though, to help the group. And then Harry died in 1992. And I didn't come back then. I still stayed out with Luther, and then Luther took sick in 2002, 2003. And that's when things really started to slow down with him, As a matter of fact, it came to a stop. Yeah. So, and then I was more full-time back with Goodman and Brown from that point on.
Hey, everybody, this is Yazira, and you're listening to Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
Well, I mean, I've never got to meet Luther, but I'm speaking with Paulette and excuse me, and Cindy and Steve and everybody just says how it was just a family and how giving he was and how personable, and they just,
Yeah. It was incredible, Troy.
Yeah.
I mean, being with Luther, you felt like you were a group. We were family. Our backstage situation was so at home. The girls walked around in their robes at home. There was the same personnel. There were no strangers. Luther kept it tight knit. The limo drivers were the same. I mean, most tours do this, but ours to me was a little special. Or it was a great example of what others would do in the future. But we were at home, and what he had, we had. There was no, I'm the artist. I mean, a great example is this, man. I was with the guys. I was in the band dressing room for a little while, like when things started out. Then one day Luther said, yo, KO, I don't want to be in my dressing room by myself. Now, why don't you come over here with me? So it'll be me and you in this will be our dressing room. I said, I love to do that, man. That's cool. He said, yeah, because I don't want to be by myself. So you had the band, the ladies had they all, everybody. And it was me and Luther. So, and he had Pac-Man machines in there. We had fun, man. We played Pac-Man and what is it? Centipede, all that stuff, because he loved that stuff, So it was really fun, us being together in there. But I said that to say that, right, we were like a family. And And he just kept it tight knit. You know what I'm saying? We really rode like a group, you know, like a gang. And he spared nothing. He you know, gifted us all of the time, you know, gave the girls fur coats. I mean, top of the line. and they had the coats made to the ladies' specification, like Lisa. You know, you know what Lisa is, you know what Paulette is, you know what Cindy is, right, Troy? Mm-hmm. And these coats were made to fit their personality. Yeah. He would go through all of that detail just for the gift. You know, he would give me like Gianni Versace certificate for like $4,000, and I can go to Gianni Versace and buy whatever I want. You know, yeah. Luther would roll out his wardrobe. He would buy the collection of Gianni Versace a lot of times. That was his favorite at the time. And the things that he couldn't wear, because, you know, he was up and down. You know, he was struggling with that. But when he would go up, he would roll out a rack of clothes at rehearsal for me and say, Kale, take this home. Take all this home, because I can't wear it, so just take it. But I want to see your narrow butt in them. That's what he would say. And I would do that for him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like that was his wish. And he would say sometimes, say, Kevin, you know what? You are here for your talent, but I look at you as a model. He said, to me, you're my model, man. That's why every time I go down, if I can get like you, I'm good. So he said, to me, you're my gauge. I said, well, hey, brother, I'll continue to be that gauge, you know, any encouragement. He said, you just keep being you, you know, with your skinny ass. I'm sorry, but that's what he was saying, you know.
No, I get it.
Yeah. So it was just great. I words in my book, I go detail with moments and intricate moments and detail and the moments of passion, the moment of crying. You know, it wasn't all roses. You know, we had some hard times. He would go through some hard times. You know, and me being in the room with him, I was his brother. So I had to comfort him. We would talk. He would tell me certain things and disclose certain things to me, and that's where it stayed. You know, so we help each other through, you know. One time we had prayed. It was one of the first time he asked me to pray with him. And I did, and you know, and I felt it from my heart because I knew what he was going through. And after he opened up his eyes, he said, Kevin, he said, I've never prayed with anybody like that. He said, wow. I said, well, amen. You know what I'm saying? Right. So something got through. I hope I helped in some kind of way. Well, he used me to help you, because that's how that went. You know? We had some great times, man.
Hey, this is your girl, Castella, and I am listening to my friend Troy on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
Tell people about the book. How can they get a copy of the book?
Well, actually, the book, okay, we had to pull it. I got to tell everybody. They still can get it, but we had to pull it. But the book is called So Amazing Through the Eyes of Kevin Owens. And what I did is like a memoir of from 1985 all the way to, you know, and I did it chronologically. I did it each tour, back to back, you know, and I told the stories, the real stories. You know, I didn't throw nobody up under the bus, and I didn't, you know, I kept it real and I kept it clean. But I did get to dispel a lot of things that people were like thinking. I went into what kind of a real man he is, you know, other things that he likes. He's not just about music. He's about decorating. He's about comedy. He loves comedy. He loves wrestling. Oh, he did some crazy things. He would, we were in London, in Wembley. He had a wrestling ring built and had wrestlers come in to entertain us. He loved wrestling. You know, stuff like that. I went into all kinds of stuff, like the fur coats, the gift, the gifting, how he took care of us, how we wanted for nothing, you know, and we did, man. Rolling with Luther, you were rolling.
Right.
For real. It was cool. You know, the girls had, you know, Me and the singers, we had our bus. It was 5 or 6 of us singing. The band, 5 or 6, they had theirs. Everybody was comfortable. Luther had his with his road manager, personal assistant. Da, da, da. Everybody was comfortable, man. We weren't crowded and on top of each other. You know, and every night that you got on that tour bus after the show, while you was in the arena, somebody came around and said, "Hey, Kev, what do you want on the bus tonight?" You know, I said, "I want Indian food." All right. I want chicken tikka masala, get some naan, all right, got you. Paulette, what do you want? I want Chinese food. All right, what do you want? And when we got on the bus, our meal was there. You know what I'm saying?
You can't beat that.
Huh?
I said, you can't beat that.
None of that. No. You know, it's like you don't want for nothing, man. You just, you know, you don't want for nothing. He paid us very well. We had a great per diem. You didn't have to touch your check unless you wanted to, unless you was just spending like crazy. You know? He really looked out for us.
Luther, from what I gather, from what I hear from everybody, just a wonderful man.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He's cool.
But now, don't get on the other side.
Well, I'm sure.
You heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get on the other side because he was one of them guys. He gave a lot, so he required a lot.
Yeah.
And he didn't let you slide on that. Because he couldn't slide on it.
Right.
Fighting the record label. No. I pay you well. I want what I want. You know. But we gave it, you know.
Hey.
He knew how to pick them.
Yes, he did. Yeah, we love it. We love and miss you, Luther. I'm telling you.
Hi, this is Mason. You're listening to my friend Troy on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
Well, we know you got a song out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
yes. Got a new single. After I don't know how many years.
You just put it out there and let the world take it. And I'm going to help you. I'm going to put it out and play it and, you know, tell some peoples.
Thank you, Troy. It's called Hotspot. Yeah, man.
Yes, it is.
That song, the song actually was written by Darren Leidy. Now, Darren Leidy's a writer-producer, but I met Darren through his brother, Cliff Leidy. A lot of the stuff you hear on Jaheim from back in the day, you know, Cliff Leidy, you hear his vocals. They were writing and producing back in the day with Next and all them guys, you know, and that clique. And Darren is Cliff's bigger, older brother. So Darren wrote this song. And then I came along and I put my writing on it. I wrote the lyric along with my daughter and my son, Amir. He's the featured rapper. My son, his name is Amazel. That's what they call him. And as a matter of fact, on this whole album, Troy, my children are all co-writing.
All right, go ahead.
They're some bad kids. They're some bad kids.
But apples don't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They didn't. They didn't, man. My daughter April is on Luther's album, the Dance with My Father album, because she had a group called Beige that I managed back then, as he was, you know, just before he passed, and he loved them. I let him hear them, and he took them in affectionately as his new divas, because he loved them. He said, "Kim, you did a great job with them. I want to record them." And he took them in the studio and put them on his album, on the songs with Queen Latifah, Foxy Brown, Busta Rhymes, and his one with Luther. He recorded. He let them do 4 songs with them, and they sound great. He said he was going to record them, but unfortunately, you know, the father took them. But they all write, they all produce. So I'm really, really glad about that, you know.
All right. So what are you all going to be coming out with a family? You should have a little family unit thing going on there.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I actually use this album as that. Okay. Because, you know, listen, man, these kids, they've written more songs than I can think about, and they sit on them. So I said, you know what? And April and Amir got some great stuff ready to go. So I'm trying to be that example. I'm still doing it. I said, look at your dad. Right. I'm leaving you. Right. Okay, so I figured that this would be that project that I can pull them and add them on to their, get their riders going, get all that stuff going, get them going, let them see. Come on, this is it. Y'all know better. They grew up in this stuff.
Yeah.
April was out on the road with Luther. Amir was out on the road with Luther too, doing tech at 14 and 15, a little tech, getting paid, assisting the band, bringing them water and stuff like that. And he was out on tour for a hot minute. They know what this is. You got to get busy.
Yeah. It's time. Come on, y'all. Come on now. Come on in the room.
Come on. You got your 68-year-old dad clocking you. You should be ashamed. What?
So you got an album coming out. When's the album going to come out? You got an idea?
Actually, the album, Troy, because with my new label, New Image Music and Vidya, being the DSP with Firebird Sounds, Paula Hersom, I'm on a waterfall effect, release effect. So every 6 to 8 weeks, drop. And I'm going to do that at least 5 times out. Then the album. Okay. So I would see the album in the early fall.
Okay.
Really. The whole album, know.
All right. So, you know what? We're going to play a little bit of that single right now.
All right.
Hotspot. Let's give people a little bit of it so they can see that, age ain't number the number.
I know. Please, right? I'm ready to go.
Right?
What? I'm ready for Usher. You kidding me?
Okay. Kevin still dropping like it's hot with the Hotspot, baby. So check this out. This is the new single. I love it. So I know you're going to dig it. So here we go.
Looking right. I haven't seen my baby all week. I've been on my grind. Yeah. I'm gonna treat my girl to a night on the town. Yes, Sam. We're gonna do it, get it, till the sun comes around. And so you know we're going to the hot spot tonight. Yeah. The mood is right. The feeling's right. The hot spot tonight. Yeah. Release your stress. Dance in your bed. And we got to wait in line. 'Cause I got people inside. Yeah. We gonna have a good time. And don't worry about no cover, girl, 'cause I got you, you're mine. Woo. And all the brothers, they gon' stop and stare, 'cause you're looking like a cover of a magazine. Finest girl I've ever seen.
Yeah. That has a little Luther in it too. That little feel, it had a little Luther feel to it, and that's your daughter doing them backgrounds.
Yeah, that's both my daughters, April and Alana.
All right,
and myself. Yeah, and they arrange them. My daughter, she can arrange her tales. She's bad. She's good. I depend on I go to her for melody and stuff to help me now. It's like I need her ears, and yeah, man. Yeah, she helps me take it someplace else,
Yeah, it sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. They doing it. Go ahead, y'all. It's a family affair. Come on, Sly.
Yes, sir. That's right. Yeah.
So tell the people how they can follow you on social media and where can they check you out? Are you going to do some live stuff or where we going to see Kevin?
Yeah, well, I've been trying, Troy, you see, I don't know if you've been seeing me a little bit up there. I've been trying to stay live, with the live videos, and I got my Monday moments where I read a little excerpt from the book. I try to, but man, I got so much to do, man. But what I'm working on now, I have some tours that I'm working on because I need to get out live. So I have some shows. They're not booked yet, but I'm working on a nice tour right now. I don't want to speak on it, but so I'll be doing some live dates soon. But as far as my social media goes, everything, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, is I am Kevin Owens.
All right.
The only thing that's I am Kevin Owens 2 is my YouTube. But everything is, so YouTube, I am Kevin Owens 2. Boom. But everything is I am Kevin Owens. Small letters.
So y'all going out there and follow Kevin. You give him some love now.
Yeah. And my Linktree, I have a Linktree too. If everybody knows about Linktree, because everybody does. But it's the Linktree, I am Kevin Owens. And there you can find everything. Video, Spotify, it's all right there. Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about Linktree. It's one-stop shopping.
Yeah, I love that. You know, I'm learning all this stuff now. And like I said, I am computer literate, but I tell you, I just learned about Linktree over the last 4 or 5 months, maybe. Mm-hmm. Really, I was like, because I hadn't had the need to delve in like that. I always post every now and then, but now it's a different mission. So I got to keep creating content, but I want the content to be meaningful. Yes. See, and my people are on me sometimes, and I'm like, but I don't do things that's not meaningful.
I agree.
I can't just do something just to do it. Yeah. I just can't.
Me either.
The thought doesn't happen like that.
Like people tell me, you need to do more, videos. You need to do this. I'm like, I don't really feel like doing that because if it's and I see the people that are, making it in certain ways and getting a lot. Sometimes it's a lot of buffoonery. I'm not trying to do any type of buffoonery.
Yes, it is. They want you to do crazy stuff to get likes. And really, that's what it takes. We come with intelligent conversation and music and stuff. Okay, that's nice. But you're right. We know that advertising, people like, what is it, drama. They like controversy. They like gossip. They like the stuff that you just said.
Right.
And that's what pulls me in. I'm not doing it.
Exactly. We too grown for that.
Thank you. I'm right.
Right.
Period. And if I'm going to say something to you, I want it to be sensible. I want to bring you something that's meaningful, whether you want to listen to it, but I'm not doing no buffoonery just to get a hit. That ain't happening.
Right.
So,
what I'm starting to do is a song a day. My favorite, I've been doing my song of the day, but now I'm going to start doing with me saying it. Before I would just post a song with the, saying this is Wednesday song of the day or whatever. But this time I'm going to announce it before I play it. So therefore you at least see me daily.
I got you. Right. I got you.
And maybe I'll be in a different scene. All right. Today I was in my kitchen. Tomorrow I'll be outside doing something, walking the dog or something. You know what I mean? Something like that, just so people get an idea of who I am without buffoonery.
I mean, I'm okay with all that, but I mean, I don't want you. I mean, walking the dog. All right, I'm doing this today. Hey, no, you don't need to know all that. Come on. I'll give some of that because it's interesting.
Yeah,
I'm good. It's interesting, So, but.
I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you for coming on, sharing your stories, and
I appreciate it, man, so much. Thank you.
We
got started late, but that technology gave us a beat up.
Yeah, but we got it together though, didn't we? I knew we would.
Got it.
I knew we would get it together. We had to, because shoot, what else we gonna do? Say we're not doing it? No, that ain't happening.
No, that wasn't happening.
No.
Like I said, we would do this just over the phone if we had to.
Exactly.
Yeah. So as long as we get it.
Yes. And tell people about the Vandross.
Oh, yeah, the Vandross, yeah. Go to vandross.com, and that's where you find all of us interacting. Savita Williams, Luther's niece, runs that, and Fonzie Thornton. They came up with a nice thing, and Sony's working with them. So we do Christmas videos. We do the seasonal things together. We all come out. We do little skits and things like that. So come on over to vandross.com so you can catch up on all the latest things happening with Luther, with the new documentary coming out. That's going to be in the fall. So announcements on all of that stuff. So that's where we hang out.
Yeah.
vandross.com.
Going over there, y'all.
Yeah.
Keep the spirit of Luther alive, y'all. And it's never going to die anyway, because the music is never going to die.
Yeah, that's right. The music lives on long after the person's gone. Yeah.
So, and
that's how it is. But I appreciate you having me, Troy. I do. This is cool. This is cool.
Well, you got to come back when the album drops too.
Oh yeah, no, I want to come back.
Come on back.
The next single is coming soon too.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, it's Waterfall. Right. I have another single coming at the end of April.
All right. So I'm ready.
I think you've heard it. You might have heard it already, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
But it's not a reissue because I never released it, but it's been drifting out there all these years, and a couple of people heard it. Ramonski in Chicago heard it, and Jeff Fox heard it. And yeah, BLS, so, and they're like, where was this record? Why haven't somebody? Anyway, so I'll save it. I'll let you know behind the scenes.
All right. Sounds good to me. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. I think you might have heard it already, but it's the excitement behind it now that I need to go ahead and let the world hear it now.
All right. Let it out. Let it fly, baby. Let it fly.
Let it fly. I'm going to let it fly. I'm going to let it fly. I got to get one of your shirts. You got to tell me where I can get one. I just got to order one. I'll go on your site. I think I saw
it's on the site. I don't have any more media. Matter of fact, he's talking about the Bass Entertainment t-shirt in case you didn't know. Or hoodies. Unfortunately,
the Bass. I like that.
I don't have any more hoodies. I only have t-shirts left.
Well, that's okay. The summer's coming around.
Right.
I love my hoodies, but I'm gonna order some, brother. Don't you know that? Don't worry.
All right.
But I love the hoodie. So when you get some hoodies, let me know too.
Okay, I will do. That's gonna be a hoodie guy. That's gonna be the next thing. I got to order some more hoodies, and hopefully you don't need a medium.
Well, I'm buffing up a little bit.
All right, because
a large.
All right, large work. A large work. I got plenty of larges.
Perfect.
I had mediums.
A medium would be a little bit too. Just make it large is perfect.
Okay, good. Because I had a whole bunch of mediums that they were not selling, and then all of a sudden I did the show with Steve Kroons last September.
And
everybody bought all the daggone mediums. That one day, all the mediums I had went. I was like, what?
That's great.
So, but now I don't have any mediums, so I got to order more mediums. So eventually I'll get back to that. But
all right.
But I do have plenty of larges, 2X.
I'll go to the site and get one. Yeah. I'll order a large.
Okay. Come on.
All right, brother. Yes, sir.
Thank you again. Thank you. Once again, y'all, in case you didn't know, we've been speaking to the legendary, the one and only, Mr. Kevin Owens. Yeah. This has been a great conversation. This is the 99th episode of the Bass Entertainment Podcast. And next week, we'll be celebrating our 100th episode and our three-year anniversary. And our special guest next week will be the one and only, my friend, the incomparable, the actress, the philanthropist, oh my gosh, she just wears professor. She wears so many hats, and she can sing her ass off. And that's the legendary Miss Lettucey.
Yeah. Ooh, I gotta tune in.
Okay.
When you broadcast it.
Oh, I am so excited for this one. That's my girl.
Yeah, man, this has been great.
Yeah.
You know, Vaughn Harper, just a quick story on Legacy before I go. Vaughn Harper, we were sitting in Al Goodman's kitchen because he and Al, they were tight. Vaughn lived right around the corner in Inglewood, you know. And when I was out there, I would go out and stay with Al for weeks at a time doing work. And one morning we were in the kitchen before we went out to breakfast, and Vaughn had Legacy. He had some kind of record, and he said, "Hey, man, this girl right here, she gonna be big." Vaughn had a knack for picking hit records too, and I said, "Really?" I said, "Who is he?" He said, "Legacy." First time I ever heard of him. Yeah. And lo and behold, a couple of years later,
yep,
Vaughn picked him. He can pick them, man.
Yes, he could.
And this was before she was even out there like that.
Yep.
He heard it. He can hear it.
Yeah.
He was good.
God rest his well, you're going to hear it on the episode next week because we talk about that, how I first heard it, and I was like, oh, my God, who is this woman?
Yeah.
And I was just blown away. And this was like 2001.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was on a mission that I'm going to meet this woman.
Yeah. Bad.
And I remember even on BLS, Wendy Williams, she used to play, whenever she was to somebody was in love or something like that, she would play a little excerpt from Legacy. And it was the dream sequence on her album. But she never said this was Legacy or anything like that. So everybody knew who it was typing it. You need to say that's Legacy. Give the woman some love. You play the song every day.
Yes. Give her a shout out.
Yeah, give her a shout out. Give her some love, But she never said it. Yeah. So I don't know why. I don't know what the hang up was that, but you played the daggone song every day. But
yeah, I was just saying.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, next week is Miss Legacy. And we're gonna have a ball, y'all. And I'm gonna have, it's gonna be a celebration. So tune in next week on the Bass Entertainment Podcast, where we're going to celebrate our 100th episode and our 3-year anniversary. And thank you all for continue to follow us for 3 years and 100 episodes. And look forward to doing more and just making it bigger and better and more exciting and more indie artists and just, keeping a smile on everybody's face in these times where everything is trying to bring us down. We need a place where we can smile and have a good time. So come on over to the Bass side of music here at Bass Entertainment Podcast. And continue. Let's share love because it's needed out here today. And until next week, peace.
Hey, it's your girl, Allison Williams.
Hey, this is Devon Howard.
Hi, this is Beth.
Hi, this is Cindy Mizell.
Hi, this is Tony Walker.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Darian Dean.
Hey, everybody, this is the Queen of Philadelphia, Tanqueray Hayward.
Hey, everybody, this is Yazira.
Hi, this is Mason.
Hey, everybody, this is Russell Taylor.
Hey, guys, what's up? This is Ness.
Hey, this is Kenny Allen.
What's up, everybody? This is Cecily.
Hey, this is Corey Day.
Hey, this is your girl, Castella.
Hey, everybody, this is Rebecca J.
Hey, everyone, this is Hill Street Soul.
What's up, good people? This is bassist Hubert Hughes the Fourth.
This is Melvin Lee Davis.
Yo, what's second? This is Noel Gordine.
Hey, this is your girl, Lady Alma, and you're listening to my friend Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.